we're trying to make this recording for you really quickly. We had another recording, but they kept coming in and seeing me record, and they try to interfere, and the harlot whores try to make comments, and the homosexuals and whores try to make comments to try to keep us from speaking to you, basically. So it's just really wrong what they try to do. We want to tell you about our beloved Nasik, Prince Bandar. He was murdered a long time ago. We told you that. They made it look like a traffic accident. His beloved wife was in a car, and his birth children. And I can still always see it when I think about it, how we found them. He was murdered over here. He never got a chance to be ambassador over there, and nobody wanted their embassies over here. They kept trying to put their military in our things, but it's it, and we didn't want that. So it's it, and people should learn. As when we were leaving it, and they put anti ima dot ima stika just watch us. We were leaving there and never going back over there and move our things out of there. But they poisoned her with that mercury. But she did that too. She was trying to catch Bloomberg on one Nazi, and we explained that to you too. Okay, so we did not want them over here. People have businesses, and so that's why they had to be over here, basically. And so maybe people learned that they could move their stuff out, because the people are really, really criminal. The people, minus ours, that have to come out of there. The bad people are really criminal. They do terrible things, like how we found that Abzi wasn't Prince Bandar, a white man trying to pose as obviouly Prince Bandar. Prince Bandar. His father is the one you see with Prince Charles, who's white skinned. That's Bandar's father. So he had a brother that you saw later that something happened to him too. They looked alike. So but it and he had to grow a little, and he was hurt too. So the man was caught really quickly. This happened a long time ago, and it's obvious that bad Americans had hired him to try to steal Nasik Prince Bandar's identity. As you see, all these women trying to steal my identity. Every single nasty, ugliest one of them. Even we told you, like our beloved Nasik Ninoy Kino. His name was not Aquino but Kino, and obviously Gallman. They were murdered on the tarmac in Manila. But they also laid my beloved Shavta Shavit and I died on the tarmac in Manila, all four of us. And we had plane loads of our royal family members with us. They had Nasika's our sister, aunt, and mother-in-law, and cousin. They hurt her in the mouth because they said with their gun. Because they said, and they hurt Abadon and Nasik Leonard Nimoy. They hurt him too. And we had like several planes of our people, because Abadon Nasik Nimoy said that if he could just get there, he would have won. And so when they were going to take us and kill us all, and the men said they were going to jail for trying to kill all of us. Because he said he mentioned Bush's name, but they were going to jail for trying to kill all of us royals. Because he said he looked frightened, and he took the four of us off and laid us on the tarmac. And we know that they shot our beloved relatives in the head. They said, and they went to shoot us, but the sharpshooter shot them. They said, am I shot, Shelby? We were really, really little. They said, so we just went to that too. And there's a woman next door. She planted herself in our wasabi. That's what he made. He made these sushi restaurants. We came here to Switzerland before we moved to Manila, and he said that we would inherit them. He kept getting death threats, so he left that to us. So there's a woman over there that says she's me too. She said no, she's not me either. But they're just really creepy people. So our relative, the man was arrested for trying to pretend to be our relative, basically, and it's obvious that the bad Americans hired him to try to kill him, and then to kill him, and try to kill him, and then try to take his identity. Like you see all these women trying to say they're me. Like today, before I mentioned to you about the card, because it said, and this black woman said, "It's not your name." That is my name, people. So basically, so just really wicked and rude. And she's in a restaurant that we own, and they're trying to take that one, saying that they're that too. There's another one, the bagel shop. We own part of that. The rabbis own it through us. They can own it through other people. It's a bagel shop, and they're telling all these lies. Basically, so we just want to let you know that too. And it's just really wrong. So we tell you about the people trying to take our identities and trying to steal our things. Everyone's really floored and upset because they would actually go to such great lengths. So we suspected that the man was responsible for the death of our beloved Nasik Prince Bandar. because he was running around trying to say he was trying to use his name. And when he got caught and we questioned him, he was like him Han and whatever that means, him Han, like he didn't have any answers, or he just liked the name, or just saying he wanted to talk to his lawyer. He was weird. So he was actually guilty, obviously, by what the things he said. Everybody thought he was guilty. And our the grandfather, he's one of our grandfathers, she thought he was crying. Because everybody was crying, because it was really wrong. And then his younger son, who looked like obviously Prince Bandar, he was also murdered. Obviously, something happened to him too. So that's what we're trying to say to you. And so we made another recording. Maybe we send it to our people. We might get to let you listen to that too, if they stop trying to interfere and coming in here and doing things to try to keep us from speaking to you. Because said they have the right to come in here, but they come in here and get smart and talk nasty and do all kinds of things, and that's completely wrong. The ones that do that, everybody doesn't do that. So just to let you know that too. And now something else I wanted to say to you. Also, we saw a film. They showed a film, and I remember the film when Bubby made it, and I said, I act like her. I act like that. And he said, that's because we know also that's why you're the queen. Because I said something she did, and I'm like, I act just like that. It's not because you're around her, but it's because we know that it's a trait that you're supposed to have. Not to mention that we're not lying about who we are. And so basically said, so we just want to let you know too. The other recording was a lot nicer, and probably had more in it. But we're going to get this recording to you and post it for the public. And so basically said, we just wanted to let you know these things. So it's going to be Shabbat. We're trying to write. They try to interfere with the frequency of the Wi-Fi and do all kinds of things. The bad people try to keep us from speaking to you. But we know that it's going to be all right. We're going to, because God said in the thunder yesterday that we got me and my beloved can speak, and our family can people, and a beautiful answer for the kingdom, my village kingdom lasts forever and swing, and never turns people as we live for eternity, and we're still by our love by God who's God alone. Our people hurt, come back in the resurrection, and they live for eternity, and they're still by our love by our beloved God who's God alone. And our God is God. That's what God said too. Okay, so now we'll talk to you as soon as we can. Try to be careful, stay alert, and we'll try to get the parsha up and speak to you later. And Shabbat Shalom when it comes. Shabbat Shalom.